Months ago, the security agencies in the FCT were beneficiaries of 50 operational vehicles from the FCT administration. And with this recent assistance,
Good afternoon and welcome from the territory, our weekly news program showing on NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station. And we promised last week we're going to come back this week again with interesting stories. And we're here again to bring you up to date with stories from various area councils. Do stay with us, the news continues shortly. Thanks for staying tuned. I am Aisha Ubali, and you can join this telecast on our YouTube channel at NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Now, in a bid to effectively fight crimes and criminality in the nation's capital, 50 operational vehicles have been provided to security agencies in the FCT. Onezi Akubu was at the handover ceremony and brought back this report.
months ago, the security agencies in the FCT were beneficiaries of 50 operational vehicles from the FCT administration. And with this recent assistance of additional 50 operational vehicles, it is a testament to the fact that the FCT minister, Yesen Wike, is resolute to nip crime and criminality in the nation's capital in the bud. FCT Commissioner of Police and the Director of FCT Security Services, among other stakeholders, applaud the gesture, saying that it will enhance quick response time.
Today's event is one of the attestation to the many efforts of your leadership under the renewed hope agenda. I wish to add here that His Excellency's approach to security challenges in the territory is that of the whole of the society approach.
These vehicles will significantly enhance our ability to respond swiftly to the emergencies, for us to conduct patrols and engage in community policing initiatives.
In our last appropriations, we made provisions to you to provide vehicles and operations for our securities within Abuja, and this is one of them that we are witnessing today.
FCT Minister Yesen Wike says the aim is to beef up security, urging security agencies to take the fight to the criminals.
This sensitive period, make sure that we don't give them any gap. And I don't want anybody to say because there was no vehicle before we could reach there, something has happened. No. There are vehicles. And I thank the Commissioner of Police who has said that we have given out 50 and now we are giving another 50, making it 100.
The minister, however, appeals to the residents to pay their ground rents and other entitlements due to FCT administration to ensure the provision of improved infrastructure in the territory. Onoze Akubu, NTA News.
Now let's take you to Kuje. The rustic town of Kuje is about 45 minutes drive from the famous Berger Motor Park, which is at the city center of the territory. Tessio Mary in this community report examines living in this ancient town acclaimed as a food basket amid the fears of residents over insecurity threatening development. Over to you, Tessio Mary.
Popularly regarded as Abuja's food basket because farmers in the area council are known for growing different types of food crops in significant quantities for commercial purposes and household consumption. Kuje's standing as the food basket of the FCT is being threatened because farmers here are increasingly finding it difficult to access their farms, which was a norm, the fear of being kidnapped or killed, or the powerlessness of witnessing cattle eating up their farm produce without them being able to do anything, as they say, the beginning of wisdom.
The insecurity, challenges in Kujeria Council have actually affected almost everybody, especially in rural communities. Farmers, cannot go to their farms. comfortably. Traders cannot move about. Teachers cannot go to their stations. It has affected almost everybody.
Abduction started on the road popularly called Bush Road, which is the old road and popular route to Peggy Estate. Thereafter, there has been series of abductions in Kuje surrounded by forests, which has caused some residents to abandon their estates, as education is also adversely affected.
Some of our schools, up till now, are still closed down because no teacher can go there. Teachers were going there, and some of them were kidnapped. And after kidnap, nobody came to their rescue. They had to rescue themselves. And after getting out of the dens of kidnappers, they sought for transfer. And they have been moved out of their station. And some of them promised they will never go back to their stations if they are not transferred. And in such situation, you can't blame them because nobody assisted them to bail them out when they were kidnapped. So for them to go back, they said they will never go back again.
These incidents have led to many fleeing Kuje for safety. Most of them abandon their homes, means of livelihood, and properties behind as they seek refuge elsewhere. The good news is respite is gradually coming back with combined efforts. Spokesperson of the area council, Abdullahi Sabo Sr., says security is paramount for the development of any community, and so they will do what it takes to protect residents of Kuje.
The security situation in Kuje Area Council has improved tremendously compared to what we have before now. This has to do with opening up the hinterland. Access roads has made it very easy for the security personnel to access any community as a result of kidnapping, and also as a result of sensitization by the council in collaboration with the security agencies. Council is collaborating with the security agencies to make sure that the people of Kuje Area Council sleep with their eyes closed. The local vigilantes are also not left out. They are contributing a lot. The local Hunters Association are also there. We have engaged all the communities to set up vigilante so that they can provide their local security and also report any incident to the higher authority for prompt action.
The residents say peaceful living is synonymous to development.
For the people of Kuje Area Council, insecurity is not only affecting their everyday living, but also their slogan as the food basket of the FCT. They are calling on relevant authorities to put in more strategies in place for them to maintain their pride of place as the food basket of the FCT. In Abuja, Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
A lot of transformation is going on in the FCT. Yes, but are there specific appeals? Yes, the reason why residents of Garki are calling for improved infrastructure in the community. Sandra Akeme, who visited the community, tells us more.
Garki is said to be the first district situated in the heart of the FCT, a beehive but lacks modern infrastructural development. Residents urge authorities to invest in critical infrastructure projects, such as upgrading buildings and improving access road networks, among others.
I feel some structural things need to be looked into, like the buildings, though it is a village, which as it is called a village, it should have some village settings. But notwithstanding, some buildings are actually old that they need to work on them. Maybe the resident and the government can work hand in hand to see how they develop most of these areas. And somehow the youth needs some certain level of educational, which has to do with vocation, so that they can be empowered and they will have something to do with their hands.
There are different areas that this community needs government intervention. Such as you can see, the road the road is on tile, and we lack drainage and water. Although we have light, I think Garki is having constant light for now. My appeal to government is that they should try and look into this community.
By prioritizing these projects, Garki residents hope to create a more sustainable and livable community for themselves and future generations. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
Now, plying the ever-busy Umaru Musa Air Adua Expressway lies a local community market in Gusa with huge economic potentials. Our correspondent Ramata Abdullahi, who visited the markets recently, reports that it is a pocket-friendly commercial hub for many seeking means of navigating their way out of the present economic situation. Let's hear from her.
The market offers varieties of commodities just like any other market. Rice, beans, maize, gari, and others. The list is indeed long. However, one distinctive feature of the market is the relatively cheaper prices of commodities compared to other markets. There is also the availability of fresh farm produce like these sweet potatoes.
The potatoes you see here are supplied by farmers. Yeah. So, and we have our association. Some of these ones we sold 20,000 naira. You know, if the thing is much, the price must come down. And also, if the demand are not much, we have no objection, no need to bring the price down. Yeah, but when the demand is high, you know now.
Just like the potatoes, yams are also available but are mostly from Benue State, as explained by one of the traders.
This one is 5 tuber. I can sell this one 7,000. And the last price will be that. And if you want buy and place, I will give you 6,500. We go see and better buy for that place. But the transport where you go carry from Benue, come here, now be the cocoa.
Away from the foodstuff, the market is a hub for second-hand clothing materials. If you have the patience to explore, you will definitely find something nice and affordable. And it is also said that it is best to go early to the market to get the best ones.
But if you are looking for something good, like UK or something like that, at least 1,000. So
at times they order from Lagos, at times they order from Kaduna. Not everybody is going to Kaduna or Lagos, so we buy from those coming from Kaduna or Lagos.
Gosa Market operates every day, but it's usually at its peak every Friday, which is the main market day. One of the challenges facing the market is the deplorable state of its access road, which is begging for attention from the authorities. That notwithstanding, if you have not been to Gosa Market before, you may want to give it a try, particularly on a Friday, and you will be glad you did. Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Away from commercial activities, let's now look at sanitation. The Abuja Environmental Protection Board has been called upon to enforce stricter penalties on environmental offenders. This is coming on the heels of improper practice and bad habits of some residents who trash their garbage indiscriminately on the streets, thereby defeating the aesthetic beauty of the city. Deborah Gazajimaika reports.
The public need to know that it is in their best interest to refrain from littering the environment, especially the streets of the city capital, where provision has been made by the Federal Capital Territory Administration to clean up the city on a daily basis.
Everywhere is dirty, especially some gutters. You won't even be able to pass. They will just eat and they will just be throwing things anyhow.
It has to be very, very forceful. You know, it has to be enforced fully. Like as a market where we are now, the market should be able to coordinate. Should be that, okay, if you people are not clean, this we will close this market for so and so time. And I believe by that, the market owners too will not want people to. So those are the level of control that the government can do.
Despite these efforts, some residents are still in the habit of disposing refuse indiscriminately. AEPB is, however, called upon to ensure enforcement of environmental laws to curb littering of the environment.
There are also laws, you know, when you drop things, there are people, your neighbor will tell you to pick it up. And I think the only place in Nigeria where that happens is in Calabar, and I don't see it in any other place. But Abuja, it's not just about the environmental board doing cleaning, but there must be more awareness, and then there must be some level of sanity. There must be laws that regulate indiscriminate dumping.
The growing challenge of littering, with areas like Lugbe, Wuse and Nyanya heavily affected, has left many drainages blocked with waste. In Abuja, Deborah Gazaj-Micah, NTA News.
Jukwe, a rural area located just a few kilometers east of Abuja city center within the municipal area council, is home to the indigenous Bagi tribe. However, it also has a significant population of non-indigenous Nigerians who have settled there, seeking better livelihoods in the capital city. Wendogo reports on the pioneering non-indigenous settlement in Jukwe, highlighting its pressing challenges, including lack of potable water and good access routes.
Yoruba Quarters, the pioneering non-indigenous settlement in Jukwe, has existed for over 30 years since its first settlers arrived. According to Ismail Idris, popularly known as Baba Aminu, whose parents were the first non-indigenous residents to build a house outside the indigenous settlers area, the community got its name due to its popularity among Yoruba people who settled there in large numbers.
In this community, this non-indigenous community, Yoruba Quarters, I think it has been existing since 1988. And since we have been here, Jukwe is a very peace community. When we came here, this place was bush. I think it's only one particular house, one of our house here. It's the only house resident in this place before other tribes started coming here. And especially majority Yoruba, that's why it's named Yoruba Quarters.
Beyond pioneering advocacy for steady electricity in Jukwe through youth-led protests that resulted in the installation of a second transformer, aside from the Phase 2 transformer, Yoruba Quarters continues to seek basic amenities. Maulana Hakim, the youth leader, commends the FCTA administration's efforts to provide essential services in the city center and satellite towns. However, he urges the administration to address the community's pressing needs, which is clean potable water, good access road, and a reliable power supply.
Pleading on the AMAC chairman and the honorable should please look on through this our area also, because if you look at all other things going on within the indigenous place and other places like borehole, like street lights, like tying up their road. If you can check, this road is not tied and there is no water. We are lack of a lot of things in this our area. So we are pleading on them should please look onto this.
We don't have any power. We are just pleading to the AMAC chairman, that is Mr. Christopher Megaranko. If he can help us and work on this road, it will be very. The road leads to Phase 2. If they can channel the road to Phase 2, is okay. Even
to counter just a lot of water problems. Individuals sink borehole, and they have to at least avail the community by their virtue of kindness to get water for themselves. Otherwise, generally, we don't have any borehole or no government provision for water in this area.
Notably, Yoruba Quarters houses the first mosque in Jukwe, serving as the central mosque for Jummah prayers. In Abuja.
Now, how are the area councils carrying the youth along? Well, recently some selected youth from Abuja Municipal Area Council, precisely from Wuse Ward, have been trained in different vocational skills. Deborah Gzajimaika reported that the skills acquisition program was championed by the councillor Wuse Ward, Matthias Aliu.
The empowerment program with the slogan, "The future belongs to those who learn more skills and combine them in creative ways," trained AMAC youth on poultry farming, cosmetology, and catering services. The youth are being empowered to be productive members of the society and be self-reliant.
Just as the chairman thought this wise to empower them, please, they should make sure that they use these skills to improve Abuja Municipal Area Council, improve their lives, and improve the community at large.
AMAC Chairman Christopher Zaka Mekalangu, represented by his Chief of Staff, Emeka Oji, advised the youth to be more passionate about improving on the skills acquired and developing themselves, adding that there is dignity in labor.
Whatever the government through this program has made available to them should be used judiciously, so that they too, tomorrow, will employ people who they will teach, so that together the society will be better for all of us.
The 2-day capacity building training was commended by the trainees.
We've learned also how to translate all these things that we have learned into a business opportunity that we can be able to use to earn livelihood, and also maybe in future we can also employ other people that can gain from this training.
The training is very loaded. I trained under pottery. In pottery, I learned a lot, learned the basic tools to consider before I embark in pottery farming.
About 300 youth in the Abuja Municipal Area Council benefited from the empowerment scheme in Abuja. Deborah Gazaj Micah, NTA News.
And as with that report, we conclude from the territory today. Do stay with us next week for interesting reports from the communities. I am Aisha Uba Ali. Good afternoon.